Welcome. Today we will talk about the most dangerous countries in the world where travelers can face various threats, ranging from crime and terrorism to natural disasters and epidemics. Get ready to learn about those countries where you need to be careful and observe safety measures. 10th place. Jamaica. Jamaica is a young state, small and beautiful. But it is one of the important transport hubs along the route that drugs is transported from Colombia to the United States. Where there are drugs, there is crime. Another high level of crime can be explained by the gap between the rich and the poor. In the major cities, gunfights and armed robberies are not uncommon. If tourists are attacked, then most often we are talking about petty theft. They take money, a phone. Here you should not flaunt valuables and walk along deserted streets and beaches. 9th place. Somalia. Somalia has been in a civil war for a very long time, and the country is divided into smaller countries. Terrorist organizations took advantage of the unstable situation in the region. Terror attacks regularly take place in Somalia. Militants seize hotels, blow up vehicles, and kidnap people. Somali pirates attack ships off the coast. Tourists are advised to move only in the capital of the country, Mogadishu, and strictly accompanied by armed guards. 8th place. Syria. Syria has been in a civil war for 12 years. By 2023, the government of the country returned most of the territories, but despite this, it is better not to visit the country at all. After the war, the country was in ruins. In the cities there are interruptions in electricity, water and the internet. Militants kidnap people, bandits organize armed robberies. 7th place. Guyana. Guyana has a large gap between the rich and the poor. Locals automatically rank tourists in the first category and, at best, beg for alms, and at worst, they rob. The first danger awaits travelers after leaving Georgetown Airport. Those who rent a car should not drive at night. Criminals will follow and attack as soon as tourists get out of the car at the hotel. A gun attack can happen at any moment. 6th place. Trinidad and Tobago. The country consists of two large islands, Trinidad and Tobago, and a number of small ones. The state is located in the Caribbean Sea, next to Venezuela. Trinidad is dangerous, but Tobago is almost non-existent. In the capital, they are robbed, kidnapped for ransom, killed in the center. Tourists are usually just robbed. You need to be careful, including on the remote and deserted beaches of Tobago. Hailing a taxi on the street is not a good idea. The driver may turn out to be a bandit. You should drive your car with the doors locked and the windows up. 5th place. Honduras. Honduras is one of the transit points through which drugs are transported from Colombia to the United States. Honduras is a typical poor country in Latin America, where young people join gangs due to unemployment. Large cities are especially dangerous in the country. You should not walk around them, especially alone. They can attack at any time and anywhere, but at night the probability is higher. People are advised to avoid demonstrations. Sometimes they turn into bloody clashes. Serious crimes, rape and armed robbery, are committed mainly against local residents. But they can also take away a car from a tourist. The bandits also manage to stop the bus and take away valuables from all passengers. 4th place. South Africa. Entire areas of large cities have become areas where a pedestrian is most likely to be robbed, kidnapped or killed. According to the report of the South African police for April 2021 to March 2022, in a country of 60 million people, 25,000 murders, 41,000 rapes, 163,000 assaults with mutilation and 174,000 robberies were committed. In terms of the number of offenses, downtown Cape Town and one of the districts of Johannesburg are in the lead. The number of such crimes has been slowly growing in recent years. 3rd place. Afghanistan. Over the past 50 years, Afghanistan has seen one coup d'état after another. In August 2021, the Taliban came to power. Terror attacks occur in cities, and tourists are kidnapped for ransom. A large-scale terrorist attack occurred at the end of August 2021. At the Kabul airport, 210 people were killed as a result of several explosions. Second place. Papua New Guinea. In 1975, the country was granted independence, but, in fact, it remained in the Stone Age. Most of the population lives in tribes, is engaged in subsistence agriculture and hunting. Disputes are still settled by duels using spears and bows. Due to unemployment, young people move to cities where they join gangs. Tourists are not recommended to wander here at night and enter the deserted streets. If attacked, a person will not be able to call for help from the police or security guards, whose working day ends in the evening. Villages are another danger. Papuans believe in witchcraft. If they decide that some woman is a witch, they can burn her. Even between the tribes there are bloody skirmishes for land. First place. Venezuela. Venezuela is heavily dependent on oil production, and when the price of oil fell in the first half of the 2010s, the state was on the verge of collapse. The situation was aggravated by the economic and political crisis and U.S. sanctions. Armed robberies and kidnappings are common in Venezuela, especially in the border areas. Cars are also often stolen. They can search their pockets not only in the slums of Caracas, but also on the beach, in line at the supermarket. Pickpockets also operate in the subway and buses. It is better not to catch a taxi on the street, there may be a criminal behind the wheel. Bonus place. Ukraine. Ukraine is a calm country, but Russia attacked it. Now the inhabitants of Ukraine are exposed to frequent shelling. Disappearances and robberies are taking place in the territories occupied by Russia. We hope that the war in Ukraine will end soon. All these countries, although dangerous, are still visited by tourists. These countries have beautiful historical sites or beautiful nature, but we strongly discourage you from visiting these countries in 2023. Thank you for watching. Bye.